Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on meal prep. Well, I should say how I meal prep. I don't like having to cook 5 meals on one day, so I split it up. I do 3 meals on one day and 2 meals on another day. As for the first 3 meals, I will be making spinach, rice with steak. The second meal will be tacos, and then the third meal will be baked chicken with potatoes and carrots. Right now, as you can see, I am cutting up my onions, garlic, and bell pepper. Next, I will be seasoning my steak. To season my steak, I use black pepper, seasoning salt, paprika, and Cajun seasoning.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all.
Now I'm going to take the garlic, the onion, and the bell pepper and just lay it all on top.
You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you.
Time for the oven. Beautiful. I always boil vinegar when making anything with onions and garlic. Now it is time to prep the spinach. Add olive oil to the pan with some garlic and onions. Let that saute for a little while before adding your spinach. Once your garlic and onion have cooked for about 5 minutes, go ahead and add your spinach. To my spinach, I like to add what's called all-purpose Greek seasoning. Cover your spinach and let it cook for 5 minutes. I also add Worcestershire sauce to my spinach. It gives it a unique taste. It cuts out some of the bitterness in the spinach. Now it's time to cook the rice. Our steak is finally out the oven. It is now time to cut it up.
Pushing you away. Why
want you to stay. Amazing gold his eyes, but my heart still beats. When I say no, it's yes. I'm putting you to the test. Can you handle me?
Okay, here's meal 1, plated and ready to go. Now we're on to meal 2, tacos. Add oil in the pan and add ground turkey. To my ground turkey, I like to add fresh onions with a little bit of seasoning. Not too much seasoning because I'm going to use the taco mix and that has seasoning in it already. Now that it's nice and brown, it's time to add the taco seasoning. After I add my taco seasoning, I like to mix it in and add just a little bit of water. Now that we have completed the taco meat, it is now time to cut up the veggies. So for our tacos, we like to use lettuce, tomatoes, olives, and cilantro. Cutting up all the vegetables, it is now time to make the taco shells. However, I totally forgot to film myself making the shells. Here's the finished look of day 2 tacos. Moving on to day 3, baked chicken with red potatoes, carrots, and rice. So I start by cutting my potatoes in half and then cutting them in half again and slicing them into sixes, if that makes sense.
I've been done. We're so toxic, can't get enough. Ooh, I'll go and say it like a mantra. You know what you want, do ya? Oh, hell no, I won't plead the monster, no matter what you tell yourself.
Next, I'm going to add my chicken to my glass pan, add in the potatoes and carrots, then add the seasoning mix on top. I didn't actually add any extra seasoning because the seasoning mix is like perfect. Next, I'm going to add olive oil to the mixture, mix it up, add a little water, then pop it in the refrigerator to marinate for a day and a half.
You feel a type of way, well that's fantastic. Nothing that's something.
Okay, so here is day 3's dinner. We had some leftover rice, so I just added that to the dinner and voila. There you have it. Moving on to day 4. Day 4 dinner will be red beans and rice, broccoli, and cornbread. When cooking impossible meat, you just cook it as if you were cooking ground beef or ground turkey or ground chicken. Just stir it until it browns. The cornbread. I usually make homemade cornbread. However, this time I decided to just use the Jiffy Box mix. Okay, here's a look at everything after it's done cooking. The red beans and rice look delicious. The cornbread came out nice and soft. The broccoli, I know the pot looks empty right there. It's because my daughter came and got a bowl full of broccoli. Here's how it looked once plated. Okay, we're on our last meal for the week. Okay, back to the Brussels sprouts. I like to overcook my Brussels sprouts because my daughters prefer them more on the crispier side. Use a little extra Alfredo sauce because it seems that when it cools down, the sauce starts to dry up. I also like to add green onions. However, I didn't have any fresh green onions, so I just used the dried ones. I know this may be a little weird, but I like to use the shrimp and crab oil. It gives it a nice flavor. So I just add a little bit of that to my Alfredo. Okay guys, that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Here's the finished look. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.